Hello everyone, and welcome to this deep dive session on how to plan a successful ALM transformation journey. My name is Shai Barashi and I am the product manager for ALM Quality Center. There are plenty of options to plan your ALM future. You can upgrade to ALM Quality Center latest versions and enjoy its new features and capabilities. You can migrate to SaaS to reduce your total cost of ownership, or you can evolve to ALM Octane and leverage your existing ALM Quality Center assets either on-prem or on the new Value Edge offering on SaaS, which was introduced in a previous session. We have a lot to cover. We are going to start with how and why you should upgrade to the latest version of ALM Quality Center before taking a look at a short demo of ALM Quality Center 16.0. I'm then delighted to be joined by our customer Jawi, who will talk about how they use ALM Quality Center to optimize application lifecycle management and automate the vital project-related communications flow. We will then take a look at the key considerations for moving to the cloud before concluding with the top reasons to consider ALM Octane. But just before we start, I would like to remind you that following Microsoft's announcement to end the support for Internet Explorer desktop application on June 15, 2022, I strongly recommend to use the ALM Client Launcher, a Windows application that runs the ALM desktop client without any dependency on Internet Explorer. It supports full functionality of ALM desktop client, greatly reduces administration overhead, and now can be deployed via Windows installer. Let's see how to use the new ALM Client Launcher. To use the ALM Client Launcher, you need ALM Quality Center 12.60 or later. If you are using ALM Quality Center 15.5 or later, you can download the ALM Client Launcher directly from your ALM server via the ALM QC bin page. And anyway, you can download the ALM Client Launcher from the Micro Focus App Delivery Marketplace. When download complete, run the ALM Client Launcher setup wizard. You can choose if to install just for your user account or for all users in case you have local administrator permissions. When finished, run the ALM Client Launcher from the Start menu. Enter the ALM Quality Center URL and click on the Go button. If you use the ALM Client Launcher for the first time, it will download the ALM Quality Center client files to your local machine. Then it will redirect to the ALM Quality Center login page. Now you can enjoy the same ALM Quality Center functionality as what you can access with ALM Desktop Client on Microsoft Internet Explorer. Similarly, you can access site administration and lab management by entering the relevant URL in the ALM Client Launcher main dialog. To configure the ALM Client Launcher, run the ALM Client Launcher configuration from the Start menu. Here you can configure the web server, proxy, log, and other settings. To deploy and register the ALM components on a client machine, click on the ALM Client Registration in the Tools menu. This will enable you to work with other Micro Focus testing tools, as well as third-party and custom tools. Now that we talked about our recommendation to replace Internet Explorer, let's talk about the first option to plan your ALM future by upgrading to the newest ALM Quality Center version.
Let's start with why to upgrade. These are the top reasons to upgrade to the latest ALM versions. First is to take advantage of the new capabilities introduced in the latest versions, including the new clients offering and strong analytics. Second is to enjoy the new integrations with the Agile ecosystem using Micro Focus Connect and the new plugins. Third is security, with improvements such as SSO support and API keys. And the last reason is supportability, with the end of committed support for the previous versions. In the client offering area, we remove the dependency on Microsoft Internet Explorer by providing 3 recommended options. The Client Launcher has a simple Windows desktop application that supports the entire functionality of ALM. The web runner is a lightweight web interface that supports most of the common functionality and can be run from any browser and any operating system, and the quality of things that can run on tablets for offline testing. In the visibility and analytics area, we introduce new graph types such as the composite graph that enables you to combine and correlate up to 3 graphs, the planned versus actual graph that helps you track your test execution progress, the cycle time graph that shows how long defects remain in each phase, and the anomalies graph that shows how many defects remain in a specific phase for a specified duration. These new graph types help you to analyze your data and continuously improve. With the new quality insight component, you can manage KPI cards in the executive dashboard to monitor the performance of the projects you are working on, and to search for records on one or multiple projects in the global search engine. The new My Homepage module highlights your open work items, most recent updates, and favorite dashboard. By default, the My Homepage module will be displayed after login to ALM. And the health report, which is an out-of-the-box dashboard that includes a set of key metrics that help you track project status, and it can be used as a template for multiple projects. All these new capabilities help you unlock the value of your ALM to increase quality control. We also improved the integration with the Agile ecosystem. With Micro Focus Connect, you can easily integrate ALM with a variety of tools in your tools chain. Using the enhanced Jenkins plugin, you can collect results from any automation tool and capture them in ALM. You can now share reports directly from ALM by mailing graphs from the analysis view. The new test management plugin for Jira helps Jira users to establish visibility into the quality process being managed in ALM without the need to log into ALM. The new integration with Microsoft Teams helps you to collaborate with others over Teams chat. And if using ALM Octane, you can now inject your test results from ALM and share up to 15% of your ALM licenses. On the administrative side, we improved the security and user management, introducing a new support for single sign-on and API keys, which helps you to control the access to the ALM server from the API layer. We improved the license management with the integration with Autoprice licensing server that helps you organize and manage your product licenses, server users, and client users. We productized the Site Admin REST API that helps administrators to automate the project maintenance tasks. We added support for public cloud providers that enables you to deploy ALM on any public cloud such as Azure and AWS. You can now use the ALM robot for easier upgrade and the archive wizard for easier archiving of non-active projects. We also improved the audit log to support more actions such as change to workflow scripts. All this new security and administrative enhancement will ensure that you're ready for the enterprise. To summarize this part, let's first align on the support terminology. Committed support means fully supported, including security and code fixes and hardware enablement. When the committed support ends, you can have extended support for technical guidance only. All versions below 15.0 are either out of committed support or will be so during next year. Our latest version is ALM 16, which was released last September and will be supported until September 2024. We do recommend to upgrade to the latest version to enjoy both the committed support and the benefits we have reviewed in the previous slides. Now that we covered the main reasons and motivation for you to upgrade, let's see what is the best way to achieve that. You can take advantage of the recent improvements to the upgrade process, such as the ALM robot, and do it yourself. You can get advice from our upgrade experts to plan the upgrade. If you like to get external help, you can engage with our professional services group or contact one of our certified partners to get help with your upgrade. The last option, if you would like to reduce your maintenance cost, is to move to our SaaS offering and get upgraded during the routine maintenance and administrative process. When looking into the upgrade path and how you can move from your current version to the latest one, you can see that we support a direct upgrade path from ALM 12.5 or higher to the latest one. If you are using an older version, you will need to make a stop on the way. For example, if you are using ALM 12.2, you can upgrade directly to ALM 15.5 and then to ALM 16. In order to prepare for the upgrade, we recommend to check out our online help center. Under the Getting Started, you can find information about new features of each version. You can also find a support matrix with information about the system requirements. Under the Admin Help, you can find the installation and upgrade guides. It is also recommended to look at the best practice guide for upgrade tips. Under Integrations, you can find the integration catalog to make sure all the integrating products are compatible with the ALM version you are upgrading to.
And now I would like to provide more details about ALM and Quality Center 16.0.
Our strategy in this release was to continue to strengthen our web interface offering with web runner test authoring and web administration, to increase quality control with new graph types and executive dashboard of KPIs, and to increase collaboration with Microsoft Teams integration and improved Atlassian Jira integration.
Let's start with the web interface offering. In the previous releases, we introduced the Web Runner, which is a lightweight web client focusing on the main usage flows, including manual and automated test execution, defects management, and dashboard view. In ALM 16, we added the ability to create and manage tests. In the test plan tree, you can create a folder, a subfolder, or a test. When creating a test, the details dialog will be opened in the right-hand side, including the test required fields. After filling in the required fields and save the details, you can start creating the design steps. In the design steps form, you can add and edit the step name, step description, and the expected results. You can add an attachment to be attached into a design step. You can also expand the details form to view the entire test fields and update the values as needed. In addition, we enhanced the defects management module to fully support defects filter. Opening the filter dialog box allows you to filter defects by the specified value of any defects field except for comments and description fields. You can use Boolean and relational operators to define a logical expression. When applied, the filter condition will appear above the defects list. We also added an admin page where you can enable or disable the entire access to Web Runner or to a specific module. For example, if I'll disable all modules but defects and then save the changes and re-log in to the Web Runner interface, then only the defects module will be available. In ALM 16, we also introduced the Web Administration, which is a new pure web application that consolidates site administration and SaaS add-on administration capabilities. The Web Administration application can be accessed from the QC bin page from the Web Administration link. Once logged in, you can do administration tasks. For example, you can create a project or a template project.
or you can add a new user by filling in the username and the email address. A new user role will be assigned as a basic user by default, but in the user details dialog, you can edit the user role as well as any other related field. You can also import users from a CSV files or send an email. Actually, do the same tasks as with the current site administration and SaaS add-on. In the analysis and dashboard modules, our goal is to provide actionable insights for each phase in the project lifecycle: planning, execution, summary, and retrospective. In the previous release, we introduced two new graph types: the plan versus actual test execution graph to show the actual test execution progress, and the composite graph to combine and correlate data from up to 3 graphs. In LMQC 16, we introduced another two new graph types, the cycle time and the anomalies graph. Let's create a cycle time graph. In the cycle time graph configuration tab, you can specify the field that define the phases, such as the status field, the end phases, and the data to display on the y-axis. The graph view will show how long entities remained in each status. In this example, defects remained 15 days in average in status fixed or new. You can drill down to view which specific defects has the highest cycle time. This information lets you spot issues in the release cycle and pinpoint the problematic phases. You can also set the graph appearance to sort the graph values in ascending order so that it would be easy for you to view the most problematic phase first. In this example, the most problematic status is reopen, where defects remain 20 days in average before it being moved to another status. The second graph type introduced in the LMQC 16 is the anomalies graph. In the configuration tab, you can specify the field that defines phases, the specific phase, the duration, and working days. The graph view will show the number of entities that are stuck in one phase for an extended amount of time. This example shows that there are 149 defects that are stuck in status new for more than 30 days. If you'll set the x-axis to severity, then you'll see that there are 30 urgent defects that are stuck in status new for more than 30 days. The Quality Insight incorporates global search and executive dashboard functionality. Once installed, the Quality Insight link will be added to the QC bin file. In the site administration, you will need to enable Quality Insight via the Tools menu by entering the Quality Server URL and username. You will also need to enable Quality Insight in the project level via the Site Projects menu. The Executive Dashboard lets you create and manage KPI cards to measure how your team or organization progresses towards goals. Let's see an example on how to create a fixing ratio KPI cards. The first card we will create is of total number of defects. You can select the domain and project, as well as edit the filter to be focused on a specific release. The second card we will create is of the number of resolved defects. We will edit the filter to include the same release as defined in the first card. And we will also filter the status to be of closed and or fixed defects only. The third card we will create is a percentage card, where the numerator will be of the resolved defects card value, and the denominator will be of the total defects card. The result we'll get is the fixed ratio of the number of resolved defects out of the total defects found in the filtered release. When exit the edit mode and click on the number, we can see a summary of all defects related to the card. Now let's go back to the edit mode and see more functionality. The indicator enables you to define indicators and thresholds for the dashboard. Here you can see some predefined indicators for both number and percentage cards. For example, you can define a thresholds indicator for a percentage card where if the percentage is higher than 80%, then it will color the value in green. If the percentage is between 50 and 80%, it will color the value in yellow. And if it's below 50, it will color the value in red. Now let's go back to the fixing ratio card and assign the new indicator instead of the default one. The card value will be colored in red since it's below the threshold of 50% as defined in the new indicator. You can also create a tag indicator to use tags instead of colors. When you apply the tag indicator, then the relevant tag will be added to the card according to the threshold definition. In addition, you can define an indicator for number card as well, and edit its threshold as done for the percentage card. In this example, it will be colored in orange, since the number is between 100 and 200. You can also add card with predefined filter using the Add from Sample option. For example, let's choose the defect pending verify sample to filter defects that were fixed in the last 7 days. The filter setting will be filled in automatically. You can then update the historical data to reflect your need. For example, let's update the last X days to be 300. And when saved, a new number card will be added to the dashboard with the calculated value. By default, my homepage is the first module you'll see when you log in into ALMQC. In the previous release, we introduced the My Work tab to highlight your open work item and most recent visits. In ALMQC 16, we added the My Dashboard tab to highlight your relevant graphs. To add a dashboard to My Dashboard tab, you need to go to the Dashboard module. Select any dashboard you want, right-click on it, and choose to pin to my dashboard option. Then when you go back to my dashboard tab, the selected dashboard will be displayed. This enables you to focus on what's most matter to you in any given time in the project lifecycle. The LMQC integration with Microsoft Teams allows you to communicate with others by sharing information on a specific entity. First, you need to enable the integration in the site administration, as well as input Teams client ID and tenant ID as generated when registered to Microsoft. When done, you can open any entity details, step on a user field, and click on the icon next to the username. For the first time, you'll be asked to sign in to your Microsoft account. Then, a Teams chat dialog will be launched with the entity URL. Clicking on the entity link will launch ALM QC, highlighting the relevant entity. The test management plugin for Jira allows Jira users to continue planning and delivering their work items in Jira with immediate visibility of the larger quality process being managed in ALM Quality Center. The test management plugin for Jira can be downloaded from the Micro Focus marketplace. Once downloaded and installed in Jira, you should configure the ALM requirement ID custom field in the Jira administration settings, and also select the relevant Jira projects to be applied. In the ALM configuration section, you should add an ALM server and update its settings. Then you should add a mapping between ALM project requirements and Jira issues. If you are using Micro Focus Connect for auto-synchronization between Jira and ALM, you will need to map the ALM requirement ID in Jira to the requirement ID in ALM. Once done, the ALM test coverage pane will be added to the Jira issue dialog. In this example, the Jira story is linked to ALM requirement ID number 10, and there are 6 tests assigned to this requirement in ALM. Now Jira users can understand at a glance if test cases have been assigned and executed and their status. When deeper quality insight is needed, users can simply click on the link to open the rich ALM Quality Center views to understand the test details and other associated information and graphs.
Now that you got an overview of ALM Quality Center 16.0, I would like to move on to the next item in the agenda with our special guests from Jawi, who are ready to share their experience of using ALM Quality Center to optimize their application lifecycle management. Hello, Mr. Ali Al-Harbi and Mr. Hani Abu Shadi, and thank you so much for joining us today. Let's start with a short introduction.
This is Hani Abu Shadi. So I'm basically Chief Technology Officer for Jawi Mobile. So one of the key digital brands of STC.
Yeah, this is Ali Al-Harbi. I'm heading Jawi Technology Operations, Quality Assurance and Security.
Okay. Thank you both. So, who is Jawi?
Interesting question. Basically, Jawi is a sort of an innovative digital-first prepaid mobile telecommunication product from STC. It's quite frankly, it's one of the leading players in this sector. Jawi have been established as the leading digital B brand in the region, setting the trend. The offering, of course, is basically focusing on a simplified approach and personalized experience for our customer, where we give them the ability to personalize, monitor, and manage their unique plans in real time using an intuitive mobile application. So it's a kind of complete service in an app with simplified pricing and offering. We also, we can say that Joey also helps in minimizing the waste and maximize the value for the customers. So that's in a brief what's Joey about.
Okay, it sounds like a great company. So what is your strategy for applications quality and what are the challenges you are facing?
So typically, as I said, Joey is continuously delivering to its growing business, and we're always trying to making compelling offers to our customers. In such way, we have to develop and maintain multiple applications that are either external ones facing the customers basically, or internal operational ones that are facing our technical or business teams. To pursue that, we have a continuous delivery of many features, several features and enhancements that goes typically in different sprints on monthly basis to our Joey products. This comes with a certain complexity in terms of making sure that all teams are aligned. The IT group we need to make sure continuously that external teams and internal teams are continuously aligned around this rapid development and delivery in an efficient way to deliver high quality software. Having that said, we need to make sure that such collaboration is not just fast, it has to be done in a smooth way. So the collaboration between the different teams like the operations, the business, the product development teams, and the marketing teams, again, is a backdrop of continuous new demand. So this is what we have to maintain. So keeping the software development aligned with the business needs and the timelines depends on frictionless coordination with such external group of software development partners as well. So that's in a nutshell the strategy moving forward from our side.
I see. Quite of challenges you have. So let's talk now about ALM Quality Center in specific and why ALM Quality Center is a strategic tool for Joey.
Yes, since our demand and business growth is increasing day by day, we need to rely on a tool that is really supporting this growth. And this is why we are, trying to find a tool that is really supporting the huge number of requirements that are coming day by day. We have tried so many tools before, and again, we relied on ALM Quality Center, and we have adopted this tool as our main tool, and we use other tools for software release management. We're using Micro Focus ALM Quality Center as the main tool for managing all of our software projects with full life cycle across multiple teams, stakeholders, external and internal. We are using and relying on it basically for our test case management, execution, and timeline management, including defect management and definitely the reporting. Considering also that we have a huge number of users, external and internal, we find it the main tool or a very beneficial tool for us to provide a high quality support that we really require. It really provides us with clear visibility across all activities in the delivery cycle, and we are using it all the way as the primary tool for defect tracking, reporting, and the repository for all our test cases.
Okay, so it's clear now how you leverage ALM and Quality Center to fit your needs, and why it's so important for Joey to keep ALM and Quality Center version up to date.
So basically, our practice here is to maintain the highest level or the latest versions of our softwares. But we find it also very important, especially for ALM, to maintain the latest version so that we benefit from the latest features. And this is actually what we have done. We have done upgrade to version 15, and we are very keen to do the next upgrades soon. And we are working with Micro Focus to plan for the next upgrades.
Great. And speaking of upgrades, could you describe your experience with the latest upgrade?
Yeah, it was actually smooth upgrade. We have handled it internally within our team. So it was actually successful according to the plan, and it went smooth. It was very successful. Yeah.
Great to hear it was the upgrade went smoothly. Could you also describe what are the main advantages you see in the new version?
Actually, we can see that many features are included, but with this new version, also we can see that we can easily manage the entire life cycle of defects by automatically applying different forms to different phases of the defect. And there are other benefits related and features related to automated communication with all relevant stakeholders. This was an enormous benefit, and other features that we are still exploring and will try in the next period.
Good. So my next question is about methodology. Can you please share what does Jawi plan for Agile and DevOps?
Interesting question. So basically, as part of our architecture evolution and adoption of microservices and so forth, we are actually planning, we have aggressive plans on deployments of continuous integration and continuous deployment and continuous development. To adopt this, of course, there is extensive use of our pipeline automation using Jenkins and other tools. So what we expect here and we have heavy dependence on Microfocus as a software that should help us in resolving the issues rapidly and continue to evolve the software development practice and assure us better quality of such continuous development and contributing to both experience, quality, and efficiency as well.
Okay, very interesting. Thank you. So to conclude, how would you summarize your overall experience working with Microfocus?
I would, as a CTO and heading this operations and the technology basically piece of work on Jawi's side, typically we try to translate everything to numbers, right? So apart from all the experience, etc., numbers makes really the difference for us. So typically in an organization with such ambition and such amount of features and services and software packages that we are releasing, we need more people, to maintain development and release timelines, etc. We estimate actually the saving achieved so far is typically around 15 man days per month. And thanks to the automated communication with the internal and external stakeholder through ALM Quality Center, I think that could help us continuously to improve on this efficiency, and even hopefully will even bring more efficiency than the 15 man days figure.
Great hearing that. Okay, so thank you again, Mr. Al-Harbi and Mr. Abu Shadi, for joining us today. It's always a huge benefit for all of us to hear this kind of customers' real experience. Thank you.
Thank you, Sean.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Now let's talk about the second option to plan your ALM future by considering moving to the cloud. Software as a service offering adds to the software vendor the role of service provider, making the vendor responsible for ensuring the availability and functionality of the applications you have purchased. You will hear software vendors make all sorts of promises: lower costs, faster time to value, reliability and uptime, hassle-free upgrades, everything is better. It may sound not realistic, but these benefits are in fact all true. However, there is a simple duality to these messages that ultimately define whether you are ready to move to software as a service or not. First, you'll spend less money overall on your software that you use to run your business. We will discuss the difference between SaaS and cloud, but software as a service offering ultimately costs less money to an enterprise than managing it on premises. Second, you'll spend more money with your service provider than you currently do. Using Microfocus as an example, you will overall increase the amount of money you spend with Microfocus as a service provider. How can both of these things be true? Aren't they mutually exclusive? That I will save money by spending more money? At the first pass, it absolutely seems that way. We at Microfocus believe that we can help offset costs and risks that you currently have with a migration to software as a service. But in order to see the benefits of this migration, you need to see the entire cost of software behind the cost that the vendor charges. But first, what is SaaS? SaaS stands for Software as a Service and is typically provided by software vendors and their partners. This makes the vendors or partner your service provider and responsible for ensuring the application is available and accessible for you, the service consumer, to use. The service provider will run the software on a platform designed to ensure that you have the access, performance, and reliability requirements that you need in order to use the software effectively. This can be anything from their own managed and secure data centers to leveraging the public cloud. So, if a service provider uses a public cloud, then what is the difference between SaaS and moving it to the cloud? This is a good question and can best be thought of in terms of the different types of cloud offering that are available. Cloud is the high-level concept of moving a workload onto servers running somewhere on the internet. SaaS is a subset of that, which provides a fully deployed and immediately accessible application for you to consume. Other types of cloud include platform as a service and infrastructure as a service. If you are thinking about your public cloud experience, you're likely thinking of platform as a service, where you would sign into a cloud provider such as AWS or Azure and request a service instance. This is a textbook definition of platform as a service and would allow you to install and configure any software you wish onto that platform. SaaS is different in that this configuration and installation have been done for you by the service provider and you would have no access to the operating system or underlying hardware. Let's look at a tangible use case of what would change moving ALM from on-premises deployment to a SaaS deployment. In this example, an ALM deployment would have two application servers, a third server acting as a shared project repository, and one or more databases depending on the clustering and configuration needs. These two ALM servers also need to be load balanced so that the networking constraint added in as well. The end users from the desktop or laptop access ALM by entering the load balanced URL and then signing into the application. When we move to SaaS, the ALM servers themselves are now being run by Microfocus, so there is no need to maintain that hardware and software backbone. The same applies for the project repository, which is also managed for you. No need for network support for load balancing either, freeing those team members to focus on other business activities. Finally, the databases themselves become the repository of the service provider, so no need to manage backups, the hardware to run the databases, or pay for the required licenses. This also includes the multiple tests, development, and disaster recovery environments that truly enterprise-ready software should also support, so all of this migrate as well. So what are the key things you should look for and demand from a service provider? You may have many requirements, particularly if you exist in a regulated environment, but here are some of the most important security and compliance criteria that you should investigate. Data handling policies refers to how the data is ingested to ensure that the data is processed securely. Hosting details specify exactly how the application will be hosted. Compliance requirements should outline the integrity of the data management, operating system, security and patching, and physical security of the data centers. Certifications should document adherence to established industry certifications. Security and risk management policies should outline the security policies and risk policies that the service provider will follow, defining the terms and standards that are being implemented and followed. Access management protocols should outline precisely how and under what conditions your data would be able to be accessed by any service provider staff. Encryption policies should describe how your data is protected. both in transit and at rest within the service provider infrastructure. Finally, business continuity and disaster recovery policies should outline what will happen in the event of an incident. All of this, and more besides, should be considered when moving to a software as a service model. Any organization that seeks to be a service provider and manage a software as a service offering on your behalf should be able to address any of these questions or concerns. Micro Focus has been in the SaaS business for over 20 years, long before any notion of the word cloud came into existence. When you choose to migrate your ALM to Micro Focus SaaS, you can be sure you are investing in a mature, scalable platform that hundreds of enterprise customers use for dev, test, and project management on a daily basis. And now I would like to share a short video highlighting the top reasons for considering a move to ALM Octane as the third option to plan your ALM future.
Hello, my name is Michael Smith and I'm a product manager for ALM Octane. Thank you for considering ALM Octane as you look for a solution to help your organization build world-class products for your customers. Like Micro Focus, many in our industry are looking to manage the complexity of a myriad of technologies and at the same time improve our business processes. Combined with that, we're always looking to build more customer value in narrowing release cycles and maintain the high standards of quality that we are all known for. We have created ALM Octane to be the hub or mission control as you accelerate forward. Let's look today into the 4 top reasons to move from ALM Quality Center and other solutions to ALM Octane. These include 1. Evolve our quality practices with leveraging existing investments. 2. Embrace Agile and DevOps tools to gain a better flow across our value streams. 3. Automate our processes at large scales to improve ROI. And 4. Achieve outstanding visibility across all teams, projects, and tool chains. We understand that it's not effective to start from scratch on all new products. Instead, we usually need to innovate as we evolve our current products and incrementally add value for our customers. With ALM Octane, you'll be able to use your existing ALM Quality Center testing assets and integrate them right into Octane. Beyond that, Octane will allow you to work within your current requirement and backlog processes as your team accelerates adoption into more agile DevOps and CI/CD practices. To allow this adoption, ALM Octane supports all popular frameworks and methodologies like SAFe, Scrum, Kanban, Spotify, and more. Octane is customizable with templates, workflows, and business rules, all to help each team find what works best for them as they iterate and improve. Kellogg's, a longtime ALM Quality Center customer, recently migrated from ALM Quality Center to ALM Octane to support their agile transformation. Now they have a single global platform in ALM Octane that can support both agile and waterfall, while also helping to manage quality in DevOps. We set a high priority on integration of all the tools your teams use to develop and deliver value to your customers. With ALM Octane, you can use more than 30 out-of-the-box integrations, plus many more via our Connect synchronizer. These integrations allow ALM Octane to be a hub for collecting requirements, backlog items, defects, and CI build statuses across all the teams in your organization. The information collected can be used to track progress and pinpoint defects and bottlenecks. Through traceability between these entities, Octane also helps to track the flow of work, assess teams' productivity, and improve the delivery process overall. Octane even integrates with Slack and Microsoft Teams to improve collaboration and increase visibility across your organization. And this is exactly what we hear from those who have ALM Octane. Sky Italia uses ALM Octane to ensure that their application lifecycle management is efficient and with end-to-end visibility, while providing deliverables at high speed and high quality. With ALM Octane, not only can you keep your existing manual and automated tests, but you can extend your automated testing efforts using behavior-driven development capabilities. These let you automate more quickly and collaborate more with the business persona as you define new features. ALM Octane will scale to support thousands of manual and automated tests. And through tight integration with your CI systems, ALM Octane will incorporate all of your pipeline data to help you analyze quality, progress, code coverage, and more. ALM Octane also has analytic features, so you can intelligently analyze and measure your ROI for current processes and investments. Not only can Octane help you measure quality, progress, and coverage for testing across multiple teams, but it can also give you deeper insights into specific problem areas and risk levels to focus on so you can deliver more quickly with confidence. As the hub of your organization's development and quality information, ALM Octane will accelerate your delivery of increasing value to your customers. ALM Octane will capture the data from all of your tools, testing frameworks, and processes to share insights from ideation through development into release in one centralized place. You can easily build and share reports and dashboards across the enterprise. We've included over 45 common metrics to customize in your dashboards so you can observe trends, identify bottlenecks, find correlations, and detect anomalies. Beyond that, Octane also uses the OData protocol so you can integrate with your own existing reporting and BI tools. Nationwide Building Society uses ALM Octane exactly for this. ALM Octane provides Nationwide with full observability into all aspects of their software quality management. This includes identifying defects earlier in the code, before they leak into production. So, ready to accelerate and move to ALM Octane? We are here to help. With various custom tools, you can now easily migrate to ALM Octane from ALM Quality Center, Jira, Rally, and more. Get assistance from our friendly R&D experts, by our professional services team, or by one of our many partners worldwide. For more details on the fastest and smoothest path to ALM Octane, contact us at go.octane@microfocus.com.
Many thanks for taking the time to participate in this session. I hope that we have helped you better understand your options to start a successful ALM transformation journey, whether you are looking to upgrade to the latest version, migrate to SaaS, or move to ALM Octane and ValueEdge. If you have any further questions, please don't hesitate to contact your account team to arrange a follow-up discussion on this topic. Thank you.
Get social with us. Twitter, LinkedIn, Get Social, Micro Focus Universe.